You're about to spend serious money on a gaming laptop, and most people get it completely wrong. They either overpay for a brand name that delivers half the performance, or they cheap out and regret it 3 months later when their machine can't keep up. Today, we're cutting through the noise. No filler, no paid placements, just the only 10 gaming laptops in 2026 that actually earn their price tags. From budget destroyers that punch way above their weight to flagship beasts that redefine what portable gaming looks like, this list has everything. Stick around until number 1, because that one genuinely changes the conversation. Number 10, Acer Nitro V A15. Let's start with the honest truth that most reviewers are too scared to say. The Acer Nitro V15 does something that laptops 3 times its price struggle to do. It delivers a no-compromise gaming experience without demanding that you empty your savings account. This is the machine for the gamer who refuses to be talked into spending more than they need to. The Nitro V15 packs an AMD Ryzen 5 7535 HS processor paired with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2050, giving you a real discrete GPU capable of handling modern titles at 1080p without breaking a sweat. The 15.6-inch IPS display runs at 144 Hz, which means your gameplay feels smooth, responsive, and genuinely enjoyable. Not a slideshow, not a blurry mess. The dual-fan cooling system keeps thermals in check during extended sessions, and the MUX switch allows you to bypass the integrated GPU entirely, squeezing out every last frame the hardware has to offer. Build quality is exactly what you'd expect at this tier: plastic, practical, and purposeful. No pretension, no unnecessary design flourishes. Just a machine built to get the job done. The 512GB NVMe SSD keeps load time short, and the DDR5 RAM means multitasking between gaming and streaming, or Discord stays seamless. At a starting price of around $640, the Acer Nitro V15 is the most accessible entry point on this list, and it absolutely earns its place. Number 9, Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming. 3. Here's where things get interesting. The Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 represents something rare in the budget gaming segment, a machine that looks like it should cost more than it does. Lenovo's design language here is clean, understated, and quietly confident. No aggressive vents screaming for attention, no RGB overkill. Just a well-built chassis that means business. Under the hood, you get an AMD Ryzen 5 7535 HS, or Intel Core i5 configuration depending on your market, paired with an RTX 3050 GPU. That combination delivers solid 1080p performance across modern titles, from open-world RPGs to competitive shooters. The 15.6-inch FHD IPS display running at 120 Hz gives you fluid visuals without the premium price of higher refresh panels. What separates the IdeaPad Gaming 3 from the crowd, however, is Lenovo's thermal engineering. For a machine at this price, the cooling is genuinely impressive. Temperatures stay manageable during long sessions, which means sustained performance rather than throttle disappointment after 20 minutes. The keyboard travel is solid, the trackpad is reliable, and the port selection covers everything you realistically need. An uncomfortable truth? Many gamers spending twice this amount are getting a marginally better experience. At around $690, the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 is proof that you don't need to spend 4 figures to game properly in 2026. Number 8, HP Victus. 16. The HP Victus 16 exists to embarrass the competition in its price bracket, and it succeeds. HP took a sharp design approach here, giving the Victus a look that belongs 2 tiers above its asking price. The 16.1-inch FHD IPS display at 144 Hz is the star of the show. Screen real estate matters in gaming, and at this size and refresh rate, the experience is genuinely immersive without demanding you sit 3 feet away. The AMD Ryzen 5 7535 HX paired with an RTX 4060 in the higher configuration is where the Victus 16 makes its boldest statement. The RTX 4060 is a generational leap. It introduces DLSS 3-frame generation and hardware-accelerated ray tracing at a price point that was unthinkable just 2 years ago. This means you're not just gaming today's titles well, you're future-proofing yourself for the next 2 to 3 years of releases. The dual-channel DDR5 memory and 512GB NVMe SSD keep the overall system responsive, and HP's build quality here is solid, avoiding the cheap flex and creaking that plague lesser machines. At around $799, the HP Victus 16 punches so far above its weight class, it's almost unfair. If you want an RTX 40 series laptop without a four-figure price tag, this is where you start looking. Number 7. ASUS TUF Gaming A15. The ASUS TUF Gaming A15 has one job: to be the most reliable, most durable, most no-nonsense gaming laptop you can buy at its price point. And it nails that job with military-grade precision. This machine is MIL STD 8110H certified, which means it's been tested against dust, humidity, altitude, vibration, and extreme temperatures. That's not a marketing badge slapped on a fragile chassis. That's a real engineering standard that matters when you're carrying this machine daily for years. The AMD Ryzen 7 7745HX processor is a monster at this price, delivering exceptional multi-core performance that handles game engines and background workloads simultaneously without complaint. Pair that with an RTX 4060 GPU, and the TUF A15 becomes a legitimate 1080p and 1440p gaming powerhouse. The 15.6-inch FHD display runs at 124 Hz, and while it's not the most color-accurate screen on the market, it's fast, responsive, and perfectly suited for competitive gaming. ASUS's thermal architecture, dual fans, multiple heat pipes, and 4 venting zones keeps the machine cool even under sustained load. Zero throttling, consistent frame rates, and reliable performance session after session. At around $999, the ASUS TUF Gaming A15 is the definition of purpose-built. No gimmicks, no compromises on the things that matter. Just durability, performance, and long-term value delivered. Number 6. MSI Thin 15. The name says everything. The MSI Thin 15 is MSI acknowledging a truth the industry ignored for too long. Not every gamer wants a thick, heavy, aggressive-looking machine. Some people need performance in a package that doesn't announce itself in every room they walk into. At 19.9mm thin and under 1.9 kg, the MSI Thin 15 delivers genuine portability without gutting the internal hardware. The Intel Core i7-16500H or AMD Ryzen 7 configuration paired with an RTX 4060 is a combination that produces real gaming performance. Not a watered-down mobile version, not a compromised experience. Full-speed GPU, full performance. The 15.6-inch FHD IPS display at 144 Hz provides a sharp, smooth canvas for gaming, creative work, and everyday productivity. The thin chassis demanded serious thermal engineering, and MSI delivered with a tri-fan cooling design that keeps temperatures controlled even during the most demanding sessions. The keyboard is well-spaced and comfortable for extended use, and the subtle backlit design means this machine looks just as at home in a boardroom as it does on a gaming desk. Battery life is where you'd expect trade-offs, and they exist, but for the performance to portability ratio this machine achieves, it's a trade worth making. At around $1,099, the MSI Thin 15 proves that thin and powerful are not mutually exclusive, and that's a genuinely important statement in 2026. Number 5. Razer Blade 14. The Razer Blade 14 is the watch equivalent of a Grand Seiko, obsessively refined, quietly dominant, and instantly recognizable to anyone who knows what real craftsmanship looks like. Razer builds the Blade 14 to a standard that justifies premium pricing in a way most laptop manufacturers simply cannot match. The CNC machined aluminum unibody chassis is exceptional. It doesn't flex, it doesn't creak, and it radiates a level of precision that makes every other laptop at its price point feel like it's trying too hard or not hard enough. At 14 inches, this is the most portable serious gaming laptop on this list. But don't let the compact dimensions fool you. The AMD Ryzen 9 7945HX paired with an RTX 4070 makes this a genuine 1440p gaming machine capable of driving demanding titles at high settings without compromise. The 14-inch QHD Plus display at 106 Hz is stunning, sharp, fast, and color accurate enough to serve creative professionals alongside dedicated gamers. Razer's vapor chamber cooling keeps the system within safe thermal margins consistently, extracting maximum performance from hardware that would throttle in a lesser chassis. Battery life at around 8 hours of mixed use is remarkable for a machine this powerful. At $1,999, the Razer Blade 14 is the premium compact choice for gamers who refuse to choose between performance and portability. Zero pretension, zero compromise. Number 4. ASUS ROG Strix G16. The ASUS ROG Strix G16 doesn't whisper, it announces, and with hardware this capable, it has every right to. ROG's flagship Strix line represents ASUS at its most ambitious, and the G16 is the machine they built for gamers who want everything. The Intel Core i9 8080 HX processor is one of the most powerful mobile CPUs available in 2026, delivering elite-level performance across gaming workloads, video rendering, and multi-threaded tasks. Pair it with the RTX 4080 laptop GPU, and you have a machine that doesn't just play modern titles, it obliterates them. The 16-inch QHD Plus display running at 240 Hz is where the ROG Strix G16 makes its clearest statement. That combination of resolution and refresh rate produces an experience that has no rival at this price tier. Every frame is sharp, every motion is fluid, and the 3ms response time ensures competitive precision when it matters. ROG's thermal architecture, triple fan cooling, dual liquid metal compound application, and intelligent performance modes keeps temperatures in check even when the hardware is pushed to its absolute limits. The per-key RGB keyboard, the Ethernet port, the Thunderbolt 4 connectivity, and the MUX switch with GPU amplifier support round out a machine that was designed to have no weaknesses. At around $1,999, the ASUS ROG Strix G16 is for the gamer who wants the best mid-tier flagship experience money can buy, and it delivers that experience completely. Number 3. Lenovo Legion 5 Pro. The Lenovo Legion 5 Pro earns its position near the top of this list by doing something deceptively rare. It balances raw performance, display quality, and build craftsmanship into a single cohesive package without inflating the price irrationally. This is the all-rounder that enthusiasts and professionals reach for when they need a machine that never asks them to compromise. The AMD Ryzen 7 7545 HX paired with RTX 4070 delivers elite gaming performance at 1440p and above, consistent, fast, and reliable session after session. Lenovo's cooling solution here is legendary in the laptop community. The dual-fan, quad-vent system maintains remarkably low temperatures even under sustained full-load scenarios, which means long gaming sessions produce no thermal throttling and no performance degradation. The defining feature is the 16-inch 2560 and 1600 IPS display at 175 Hz. The 1610 aspect ratio provides more vertical screen space than standard 16.9 panels, a meaningful advantage for productivity, content creation, and immersive gaming alike. The color accuracy is exceptional, covering 100% of the sRGB color space, making this machine equally capable in Lightroom or Photoshop as it is in any game engine. Build quality is excellent. Solid, premium-feeling chassis, a comfortable backlit keyboard with good travel, and a full port selection, including USB-C with power delivery. At around $1,299, the Lenovo Legion 5 Pro is the most rounded machine on this list. If you only want to read about one laptop today, let it be this one. Number 2. MSI Raider GE78 HX. The MSI Raider GE78 HX exists to answer one question with absolute authority. What does the ceiling of gaming laptop performance look like in 2026? The answer is this machine. This is MSI's most powerful consumer gaming laptop, built from the ground up to eliminate every performance bottleneck that has ever frustrated a serious gamer. At its heart, the Intel Core i9-14900HX processor, one of the fastest mobile CPUs on the planet, drives workloads that would bring lesser machines to their knees. Combined with the RTX 4090 laptop GPU, this is a machine that runs every current game at maximum settings, at maximum resolution, without hesitation. The 17.3-inch QHD Plus display at 240 Hz is the ideal canvas for that level of hardware. Every frame the GPU renders is displayed without compromise, sharp, fluid, and color perfect. MSI's Cooler Boost Trinity Plus cooling architecture, 3 fans, 9 heat pipes, and premium thermal compound on both CPU and GPU, keeps the entire system running at peak performance without thermal management becoming a concern. Thunderbolt 4, HDMI 2.1, Wi-Fi 7 connectivity, and DDR5 memory at XMP speeds mean the supporting hardware matches the headline specs completely. The per-key RGB keyboard, the customizable Dragon Center performance modes, and the premium brushed metal chassis elevate this beyond pure specification into a genuinely premium ownership experience. At around $2,999, the MSI Raider GE78 HX is the most powerful machine on this list. Every dollar is accounted for in performance and build quality. Number 1. ASUS ROG Zephyrus G14, here it is. The ASUS ROG Zephyrus G14 is not just the best gaming laptop of 2026. It is the most important gaming laptop released in the last 5 years, and that statement is not hyperbole. It is a machine that fundamentally reframes what gaming laptops are supposed to be. For years, the category operated on a single assumption. Serious performance requires serious size. The Zephyrus G14 destroys that assumption completely. At just 14 inches and 1.65 kilograms. This is the most portable machine on this list by a significant margin. And yet it houses the AMD Ryzen 9 8945HS processor and RTX 4090 laptop GPU in a chassis so refined it wouldn't look out of place next to a MacBook on a business-class tray table. The performance output is extraordinary. This machine runs demanding 8AA titles at maximum settings, handles 4K video rendering, trains machine learning models, and sustains professional creative workloads without complaint. The thermal engineering required to extract that performance from a 14-inch frame is among the most sophisticated in the industry. ASUS's liquid metal compound on the CPU, triple fan tri-fan technology, and intelligent thermal management work together to maintain performance that rivals machines 3 centimeters thicker. The 14-inch OLED display at 2800 running at 120 Hz is legitimately the finest panel on any gaming laptop at any price. The color accuracy, contrast ratio, and black levels produce an image quality that makes everything else look flat and dull by comparison. ROG Nebula. HDR certification means this display meets professional content creation standards. It's not just a gaming screen, it's a creative workstation display. Battery life reaches up to 10 hours of mixed use, which is simply unheard of in a machine with this level of internal hardware. It charges via USB-C, making it as convenient as any Ultrabook. The Anime Matrix LED display on the lid is the kind of detail that separates genuine craftsmanship from commodity manufacturing. A customizable dot matrix lighting grid that is subtle, distinctive, and deeply intentional. At around $2,499, the ASUS ROG Zephyrus G14 is not the cheapest machine on this list, but it is the one that makes every other machine feel like a compromise. It delivers performance, portability, display quality, and build craftsmanship that no competitor in 2026 has matched in a single package. If you are buying one gaming laptop this year, this is the only answer that makes sense.